I have two friends. One is a self-directed flying jet, and the other is a ship without a captain. Both of these men are about the same age. One is 23 and the other is 25. Both have had excellent social and educational opportunities, and both are physically well, and both are very intelligent. Yet there is contrast between the level of achievement and happiness in both of their individual lives. But why is that? Well, Eric, which isn't his real name by the way, is the older of the two and the self-directed jet. He completed his college undergraduate program with a B++ average, majoring in a challenging philosophy program and picking up the equivalent of majors in both journalism and business at the same time. In the extracurricular world, he has become a very qualified wilderness instructor and a rock climbing instructor, working in a ski shop and experiencing the joy and exhilaration that it comes when you're skiing at a high level. Eric had a great time in college and continued to take courses in the summer after his formal graduation in order to complete the business curriculum. In fact, he was so enthusiastic that the college actually had to ask him to leave in order to get him to stop taking classes. Now, after working 3 years at a prestigious internal personal firm, Eric is making an amazing amount of money, flying around the Pacific Rim, working on interesting projects, and is on track to becoming a better partner at his company, which is a fantastic thing. George, on the other hand, the younger one, the undirected ship, started out in college majoring in mathematics. Although he qualified for advanced placement, he dropped out his second semester. He was living at home and faked going to class. He said that college counselor had given him poor guidance. His next attempt was at an excellent local community college where the same thing happened. For a time, George worked at a restaurant at night for tips and a low hourly wage. He usually went out with his friends and acquaintances after work and slept late into the morning, regularly indulging in the use of marijuana. At some point, he started a tech program at the community college, but again cut his classes and dropped out. School wasn't interesting enough for George. It seemed it was too much drudgery. Recently, George was out with his server acquaintances from work, and they were out late, after their shifts, and George was driving drunk. And when he smashed his car into the tree, the others were badly injured. Working as a part-time server, just kind of waiting for his court case to be heard. So, what's the difference between George and Eric? Well, Eric, the self-directed jet, believes that the direction or the location of control in his life comes from an internal focus. So it means that he can control the course of his life, and he believes his influence is greater than anyone else's. He is focused and believes that he can achieve anything through hard work and dedication. George, however, believes that the location of control of his life lies outside his influence. He is a reactor who allows himself to be pushed around and by his immediate moods and feelings and by the expectations and demands of others. George is unfocused and believes that he will not be the one responsible for the course of his life, that other people and other outside external forces are. George has an external locus of control. The difference between them is very obvious when you talk to them. Eric is vital and enthusiastic, and he told his mom recently that he'd be tied up for the following 2 weeks because he has to put 80 hours in a shift to be able to complete a couple of the projects that he's working on his firm. It wasn't annoying to him, it was just more challenging, and he loved it, actually. He said he was very excited. George, on the other hand, is hanging out, waiting for something that's not going to come to him. He tends to act on passing impulses and has no plans or no goals, and his day's activities are dictated by waves of emotional shifts, trying to please and impress everyone, which shouldn't matter to him. He should be trying to improve his life. So, we call individuals like Eric, who believe that they control the course of their own lives, internals, with an internal locus of control, that means. An individual like George, who believe they have no influence or control over the course of their lives, externals. There's internal and external locus of control.